no.
Okay.
I'll just do it like this. So.
Okay, start talking.
Okay, so welcome people. We have a magical match coming up. We have the final of the Merit Open, 7th Merit Open in Cyprus, North Corinna. We have Steen Groenbeck from Denmark and Harald Johanni from Germany. Steen Groenbeck won the undefeated final against Soso Asibi Mendebashvili from Georgia. Harald Johanni defeated Shahab Godzi from Iran in the second chance final. The match length, I believe, it's not quite up on the board yet, is 17 points. And Steen Groenbeck has 2 lives. So if Harald Johanni is to win this final, he has to beat Steen Groenbeck twice. My co-commentator is Chris Bray from the UK. And on transcription, we have Nick Blazier from the United States. Hi Chris, what do you think of this final that's coming up?
Okay, so this should be a very interesting final. I've known Harald for about 30 years. I haven't actually seen him in the flesh for about 20. He edited the European Backgammon magazine for a long time when backgammon information was distributed on paper rather than on the internet. He did a fantastic job for backgammon in those days. Steen, I don't know, but I've seen him play, and I think the PRs, the performance ratings, in his undefeated final, he was 2.15, so he's an impressive player. They've just shaken hands, and we're nearly ready to go. One thing I hope is that they've had a good night's sleep and something to eat, because in last year's final between Aurélien Benet and Frank Stepler, Aurélien had an awful night and forgot to eat in the morning, so he played brilliantly in the first match, and then in the second match his performance was way off, and he said afterwards he was just exhausted. So I hope they've slept well. You probably don't before a major final, in all honesty, but we will see. So we're just trying to work out who is where on the screen. Well, that information will be given to us shortly. I've just spotted the Danish flag at the top. So Harald at the bottom playing the black checkers, Steen at the top playing the white checkers.
Okay, so we're not far off from starting this tremendous final. The total prize pot for the Masters event was 155,200 euros. So the winner will win 62,000 euro, runner up 31,000 euro. So whoever wins this is going to be not only champion, but have the ability to have a few holidays and a few flights somewhere in the future.
So the question in the double elimination is, when do you do your deal over the money? So do you do it before the first match, or do you do it as the undefeated guy if you only lose the first match? So I'm sure they'll have talked about it. Whether they've done a deal yet, we'll see in due course.
Well, Chris, to add to that, I was talking with a backgammon player yesterday, and he knows both the players, and he calculated with Steen having 2 lives that Steen's around 85% favourite in this matchup.
Okay. I don't know what Harald's PR has been like. He was a very strong player when I first knew him. I don't know. I haven't seen him on the circuit that much recently, so I don't know how much he's been playing, but he's obviously played well to get to the final today. So we are just waiting. The clock is on 34 minutes. So for those not familiar, you get 2 minutes per point in your time bank. So 17 points, you get 34 minutes, and you have 12 seconds to roll the dice and make your move before you start eating into that time bank. Eric and I have done quite a lot of commentary over the last couple of days on various matches, and we've seen people play at breakneck speeds and not use the time. So I would always say you have 34 minutes, so you need to use quite a lot of that time. Backgammon is not a trivial game. You need to really look at positions in depth, and you may think that a move is correct, but if you look deeper, then another move actually is the right play, but you don't find it if you make your move in 4 seconds. And doubling decisions in particular, always follow Moshi's rule. So any doubling decision, whether you're giving, taking, minimum of 12 seconds. If you're making a decision quicker than that, you're prone to error. So let's see what sort of tempo they play at. It'll be quite interesting. And I hope for Nick's sake that they play at a reasonable tempo so that he can do the XG transcription. And we'll be referring to Nick throughout the course of the match to get XG's opinion on crucial plays.
The world's fastest transcriber. I'll keep up.
Oh, I've just been told that we've got the world's fastest transcriber, so we're in for a bit of a treat here. But knowing both the players and seeing Harald play yesterday, I would say that Harald for sure is going to be playing quicker than Steen. He did start his match yesterday in the undefeated final at a reasonable pace, but once he settled into his groove, he was very, very good. So I'm predictabot here, that Harald will definitely play at a quicker pace than Steen. But being a major final, the glory, the prestige, and being champion, Merit Open champion 2019 is a delicious prize for one of these two marvellous players.
Indeed, and we're only sorry that Eric and I are not in the final. Is that right?
Indeed, Chris, indeed.
Okay, so I'm not quite sure what the delay is. I've never been to a backgammon event where the final has actually started at the scheduled time. I've been going to backgammon events for 40 years, and I have a 100% record on that. So hopefully, the cube has been turned to 64. More photographs have been taken, so they've done. The two finalists have done media interviews. So we are just waiting now for the for the match to start. There's no baffle box in use by the look of it, so whether they discuss that or not, I don't know. So they've got shakers, so they've been playing traditional backgammon.
I think that's a good thing, Chris. It will help the audience that are watching to easily decipher who's on roll. We do like the baffle box, but one slight negative is that if you just tune into the live stream, it is possibly difficult to work out who may be on roll. So this is a very, very good for the audience that are watching.
Yeah. You either like or dislike baffle boxes. In a previous commentary, I discovered from Eric that possibly the only country in the world where it's mandatory to use a baffle box is Russia. So each to their own, really. This is being played under which rules?
Well, this actual rule set is in the jurisdiction of Turkey. It's under Arda's rules that he uses himself. He's obviously one of the best tournament directors in the world. Obviously, a man that's got incredible experience, having travelled the globe playing backgammon for a very long amount of years. And it's his rule set for his federation, which is the WBF, the World Backgammon Federation. It's their set of rules, and it's different to the European set of rules of backgammon. So the main points are this is non-legal move. So if somebody makes a move that's not legal, the opponent has the choice to correct them or not, but it's not compulsory or valid in this tournament. Also, the other one that's important, if you cock the dice or roll them off the board, you do not get your delay time back. You can pause the clock if the dice comes off the board, but then you must unpause it. If you cock the dice, you've got to pick them up, roll again. And being an absolute expert in that area of cocking the dice many times, I think it's a very, very fair system.
We should also say that there will be a referee or umpire, whatever you like to call him, in the room, I believe. Monitor. So John Broomfield, I think, has taken the role again.
That's correct.
Okay, so John has been playing backgammon for even longer than I have been playing backgammon. So hopefully he'll keep a watchful eye. The hands have been shaken with about 100,000 photographs going off in the background. Okay.
How did he get that job anyway? The guy that stands in back and watches, reads a newspaper.
He's played backgammon for years, and he's a very close personal friend of Arda. And he's a very honourable gentleman, being one of our countrymen from the UK. And he's entrusted him with the honour of being the monitor for observing this match. They're just going through the preliminaries here, working out what they're going to do, which dice they're going to use with the clock. So we're almost ready to get down to business and start this wonderful match.
And as you can see, Steen is playing with his phone, not because he's expecting a call, but he listens to music with a set of headphones while he's playing. So I don't know whether he's superstitious and has been playing the same tune throughout, or set of tunes throughout the whole tournament. We'll ask him after the event, but you can see he's just setting his play buttons. So once he has done that, put his headphones on, we should finally get underway.
Yes, and I can't wait for this matchup. It's the Merit Open final. I'm hoping that we've got a lot of the audience involved and they're watching this wonderful match that's about to watch. I know we're going to have potentially more people watching than normal, because I'm sure that Steen's friends from Denmark that are here will have sent file links, etc. And I'm sure all Denmark is watching, and I'm sure a lot of Germany is watching as well. And case of Harold. So, oh, there's the name tag. So, to give the audience clear indication of who's where, and we're almost ready to start.
Okay, dice up, ready to go. 17 points, 34 minutes each. And the opening roll of the Merit final is a 3-2. Played in the traditional manner. Not too much to say now. Double fives.
Well, that's a nice start, Chris.
Yeah.
Is he hoping for fan? Is he hoping he comes on the 2 point? I think he hopes for the fan here.
But he gets hit. So the only problem with an early double five is that you're overextended and your checkers are disconnected. So once your opponents come in, it's more difficult.
Yeah, comes to the bar.
But black still has the tempo because, double ones. So he's going to do that, he's going to do that, and he will probably make the bar point with the other one.
I think so, Chris.
Can't see any other sensible play.
Yeah, we hem those. I'm not so keen on that. I think priming the checkers on the 24 is slightly more beneficial.
First question to Nick. Was that valid?
That was an error.
Yeah, okay, so that was a small mistake, I think.
If you watch the video, I'll hint it over.
Okay, double three.
Okay, so in. Now you either take the advanced anchor, but then where's your fourth one, or you come down with 3.
There's also splitting with 1 and down with 2 as well, Chris.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Sorry, and there's also
slightly opening up the attack, but
You haven't found the best play yet.
and you can hit. Okay, so the tempo. White has the better board, and hitting gains a tempo, and black will fan 9 times, in which point time white will have another strong position. So far he hasn't looked at the hit. Now he is. Like all good players, you miss plays if you play too quickly. I've said that already, and we're only a minute into the commentary. So he's now found the correct play, at least according to the computer. And on a personal basis, I would say so as well. This gives black the tempo. So now black can attack if he wishes to, or consolidate if he wishes to. So with the better board, I would expect the hit to be the stronger play. So he's gone for the consolidation play, but 6-4. Well, you can play this safe. You can make the bar. So again, black is outboarded, but so this looks like a sensible play.
yeah, nice positional play here. So he keeps himself nicely in this game. 2-4 for Steen.
Well, he wants to make the anchor, but the problem is the 4. So he's. Sorry, I thought.
Yeah, I think this is clear.
My eyesight's not very good. That's what was blocked. So okay, on we go. 3-2. Okay, that was swiftly done.
I would have had a look at the safe
I would have
play
had
as
a look
well.
at the safe play. Yeah, safe play is better because he's escaped his rear checkers. Does he gain enough from the hit?
Yeah.
So
Wins 4% more gammons, but loses some games on the gammons and costs.
okay. So
they're very close.
Yeah.
6-5, he covers.
The hitting play has turned out well. He now has.
A big cube here.
Yeah, I was going to say. So every roll is a cube decision. Always remember McGreal's great words. When the cube is in play, you should always consider. And even now, you must stop and think. Yeah.
Okay, so
has
he stopped here?
Now
has he stopped? Let's have
no.
No. Well, he did stop, but did he think? I'm not sure he did.
It's big of an error because it's nearly too good now.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think Harold is playing for a gammon. I don't think that thought entered his mind. So now he's probably too good.
And insta pass.
Instant double and instant pass. So again, a lot of people play money backgammon when they're actually playing a match. And you must remember that the Jacobi rule is not in effect when you're playing match backgammon. And you can quite often be too good to double. And you should play on for the gammon. So again, that game was played far too quickly by Harold. Far too quickly.
Well, to pick up on that fact, Chris, I have noticed that there is a bit of nervous tension in Harold, expectedly so. This is probably one of the biggest finals of his life. Chance to become Merit Open champion, win all that cash, and he's actually doing something that's actually unlawful. He's actually touching the checkers when it's not his turn, which is actually illegal. You can't do it. I've noticed that he did that 2 or 3 times in that one game, and he looks like he's a little bit on edge. Maybe needs a few more games to settle down.
So, but he's rolling well. That's important in backgammon. So,
Well, I think it's vital, especially as
Yeah.
he has to win 2 matches here to be champion.
so he could come down with a 4 because a lot of twos are actually good for black anyway, or he can slot 2 points.
Okay, looks like he
Um,
prefers the slot.
I
Wait,
think it's
look.
very,
Unstack the stack of 6.
yeah. So technically, the small error, he should have unstacked. White should have unstacked. Already he's got a really, well, no, actually 6-1 plays, but not potentially in the. Oh, look, 6-1. Already I've called a roll, and we're only in the middle of the second game.
Very
so
good.
if he's going to do this, he's got to do this. He's got to come out to the bar, face about 28 shots. That's one of the weaker. Hello.
Oh,
Whoa,
that's
come
ultra
on.
fast.
That is ultra fast. Pick and pass. White had a blot in board, so that looked like slightly weak play.
I think so, and I think if he was playing speed gammon, he'd be a forerunner for winning the speed gammon event here. But this is a 17-point match. I think he needs to concentrate on his tempo of play here. He may have missed something he could have potentially done better with.
He's already missed 2 or 3 significantly important plays, so he needs to slow down.
Oh, looks like they've got a gentleman's agreement. It's in this regard, if your opponent gives you the regain delay, that's his choice, but you can't make your own regain delay.
This looks ugly. So again, white has a blot in board. So this 4-2 should probably be played 13 to 9, 13 to 11.
Yeah, that is your best.
Yeah, because unless he rolls, okay, he's rolled a 6, but even if he rolls a 6, there are multiple return shots. So in this instance, I think he's now going to make 10 to 4 and 6 to 5. Okay, but black's position, just look at the position, it doesn't look nice. And one of the things you learn in backgammon is you have to consider what the position looks like. And you learn what is a good position and what isn't. And black's position is ugly.
Yeah,
so now this is going to lead back now. Black has managed to strand the 2 checkers on the 18 point. He's going to be reliant on a double to clear those, or a hit, which he's rolled 9, but he can't hit.
That's right, it's blocked.
It's blocked.
And all variant.
So now you should slot 2 points. You need to build a board so it's as strong as possible before you vacate the white's bar point.
Yep. And he's just hoping for that double 2, double 4, double 5.
It seems sensible. White has all the time in the world. He's just got to hope that.
There
double
it is.
5. Wow.
Commentators benefit rather than the commentators curse. Yeah.
Okay.
Double 3.
Pip count, Nick, please.
Double 3.
Head 22.
So Harold is ahead 22 pips. This is a trivial double and a trivial pass.
I agree.
At least he's doing the count.
Okay. There we go.
And Steen hasn't taken my 12 seconds, but I'll allow that in this particular instance. Yeah.
I think when it's a monster pass, I think it's okay to insta pass there and not use the mochi rule.
So, to play backgammon properly, you do have to be able to do a pip count, sadly. That's just one of the things about the game. I've been doing pip counts for years, and I sort of grew up in a maths environment, so I'm very comfortable with that. Until I did some co-commentary with Jürgen Granstedt the other evening, 3 times world champion, and he could outspeed me at counting the pips like you wouldn't believe. It was just phenomenal. Yeah, he'd just look at the board and tell you what the count was. I don't know how he does it.
Well, I think it's almost similar to photographic memory, Chris. He's seen the pattern so many times, he gets a picture in his mind and he just very slightly adjusts, but it appears as if he's got instant memory there.
Okay, so now we have a mutual holding game. Both sides will play safely. Both sides will wait for a double to clear their anchor. Ultimately, one of them may crash, and that creates more opportunities. But these games are not difficult to play. There's a relatively low skill level to play these games.
Yeah, you're just looking to consolidate, build your board, not leave a shot, and wait for your lucky double to race it home.
So this is easy backgammon.
Yeah, it's whoever rolls that
so
decent double
you can
first.
think about, certainly, I don't think he's going to clear the midpoint. He's probably going to make the 4 point because you should make your points in order. Very important when in this sort of position. You don't want a hole in your board. You could come off the 8 point. I think because you make the 4 point and you start the next point you want to make. So this seems wholly logical.
I like this play.
5 and 3. So Yeah, it's going to come down, slot another point.
This is just who rolls the double
Right,
first.
so make the point, bring one in. But now white is stripped on all his outside points, which means if he rolls a 6, he may not have a great deal of choice. But I don't know whether he's thinking about running, but
20 to
looks
13.
wrong.
Depends on the race. Depends on the race.
Yeah?
Depends on the race.
What's
Right
the-
in there at 038.
Okay.
It's a
So,
50-50 game almost, whatever
yeah,
it does here.
yeah. Because of the 2 blots in black's home board, white can consider going, but the correct play is to make the 3 point and just play 9 to 5.
There's a technical consideration here of having a good 5 to play by taking that spare off the 6 too.
Yeah.
So it's slightly better to just play to the 2 point.
Okay.
But these are all
So,
real close.
thanks, Nick. XG is saying technically you should play to the 2 point and slot another point. So sometimes this is correct. This is one of the things that the computers have taught us how to do.
You can just play 2 from the 9 if you want as well here. This is interesting. All the plays are kind of options.
Okay. That's right. So here we go. He's made what I would call the traditional backgammon play. Harold's having a think, but sees nothing.
Yeah, well, XG's perfect play is only two millipoints better than this play. So,
Okay.
in my opinion, it's just a case of what flavour do you like? What does
So,
your eye see?
6-5. I'm thinking 2 down here because that gives you all the time in the world.
I like 2 down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can build.
So you're holding those checkers on black's midpoint with the checkers on the 18 point. So doing this, black is going to strip himself on the outer board. So if he brings the 2 checkers down, he's got 4 checkers to play with. He'll make his points in due course.
6-bit racing lead as well.
Yeah, and he's ahead in the race. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pleased he did that. Some players fear the 2 blots in board and feel, oh, I can't do this.
So this is a classic example, 6-1. Okay.
That's why some players don't like to do the bring 2 down.
Yeah, and now because of the 2 blots in board and the closeness of the race, this looks like the right play. No point in giving a shot anywhere else. He's not going to hit and cover.
No way.
So he's going to play 8 to 2 to make 1 point. Then he could start another point, or he can play 8 to 6.
I reckon XG is going to say 8 to 6, but
because I don't want 2 blots exposed if I get a shot.
yeah, I think so.
So 8 to 6 looks logical. I don't know what else he's looking at. It could make the ace point, but that's ugly. It keeps the extra builder, but now in any situation where there's a prime becomes part of the equation, it's difficult for him to make the prime because he owns both the bar point and the ace point. So 6, and now slot the 4 point.
Yep, looks standard. Yes, you want to slot the best point, which is the 4, not the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shows us, but then see the nice little point to the 3 point there?
Steen alright, he's hopping. So no point in leaving anything.
No, this is who rolls the big double first.
So make a point, slot a point.
Okay.
Steen has 2 spare checkers. He now has 1 spare checker to play with. Alright, so the game will reach a crunch point in about 2 rolls' time, unless somebody quickly rolls a double. So Harold's board has ended up being built nicely.
Yes, but I think that Harold's going to struggle here because he's going to create wastage. He's going to create wastage now in holding his 18 point, whereas Steen is going to be building his board in a good fashion.
5-3. This is
4-3.
4-3 now. The key question is: do you save a 6? So do you play 6?
He's saving the
He's
6.
saving a 6. So basically, if he rolls a 6 next time, he doesn't have to leave Steen's bar point. Now double 3, and what's the race after this, Nick, please?
Dead even.
Dead even after the play. Okay, so it looks like he's going to have to do this.
I may have kept that point and considered switching or doing something else just to make it awkward for the bar point checkers. Because now he's going to play the spare checker on his 7 point and he's going to hold the 18. And now Steen may be the first one to leave a shot with ace 6 and 2-6. So I would actually keep the 8 point.
So I think that's a small error, or at least an error.
049.
049, yeah. So in technical terms, it's a .049 error, which in computer speak is an error, but not a blunder. So the margins are .030 is an error, .080 is a blunder. So that was sort of halfway between the two.
Yeah, well, he is racing here, which we like, but he's giving Black and Harold too good an opportunity to win this game, where Black has the timing issue, not White
Ooh.
here. Okay, I'm not so keen on this.
This is worse.
This is worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now he's
absolutely.
creating more wastage and making it even better for Black and Harold to win this game.
He needs to be able to play next time without potentially leaving a shot. So this option does not do that.
You must recognize that he's down in the race, technically being even with
Okay.
on roll, and has the better board now. So it's tempting to make a contact play.
So
Okay, so
he's okay.
he hasn't looked at the inner board change.
So from a timing perspective, this is not good.
No, this looks like it's.
If he rolls a 5 next time, he crashes his board and he has to wait to clear the midpoint. Whereas if he's played 13 to 10 to, what was it, 11 to 8 to, most rolls will play next time.
Yeah, I think it's
He's left with 4 crossovers, whatever happens. So, okay, he's gone for his original play.
Yeah, he didn't consider the switching side, which is a shame.
Double 6.
Now he rues not keeping the 13 point, as we all
which
do
would have
after
been the
double
wrong
6.
play. Okay, so after the roll, please Nick, the race.
And okay, so
Sorry?
Down 13.
Down 13. See another cue, and this is going to be another drop.
it is. It looks like Harold's got the wind in his sails. He seems to be rolling well and putting pressure on Steen here in the game. Okay, he's going to do a little count up before he passes, but
because of the distribution, it's actually really close. I'm surprised that the 13 pips isn't automatic.
56. Was it 56, 69?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But the gap on the 5, the spare on the deuce, and this beautiful distribution on black side makes this almost a break-even take pass decision.
So if you're playing backgammon and you want to evaluate positions like this, there are various levels that you can do it at. So the most basic thing is, are you 10% in the lead or 10% behind? If you don't want to do any more maths than that, that's fine. Next level up is what we call 8, 9, 12. So you need to be 8% ahead to double, 9% ahead to redouble, and you can take until you're 12% behind. But those formulae take no account for distribution. So here, Black has an outfield checker yet to come in, and he has a blank 5 point, which means that all of his 5s will play poorly. So many, many years ago, a guy called Dr. Jeff Ward, who wrote one of the only ever written good books on doubling, provided the Ward formula, and that was tweaked by Walter Trice, who sadly, the American analyst who wrote Backgammon Boot Camp and died tragically after a 100-mile bike ride. So that was better, and then there's an even more complex formula called the Reichardt formula, done by Axel Reichardt, which is the most accurate formula I know, but you do need to be relatively good at mental arithmetic to apply that in real time. So you pay your money, you take your choice, you study, or you don't.
okay, so 3-0 to Harold to 17. He's got the wind in the sails. It looks like he's got the flow in his game. So it's up to Steen now to try and upset his rhythm here and try and come back in this match.
So it looks like he can hit here. So it looks like hitting is correct, because that's, again, you take the tempo, you gain in the race, neither side's got a decent board. This gives the tempo away. So I think he's about to find that he can hit on
must hit.
On the 15.
You're down 3-0, you don't want to be playing consolidation.
You get hit back, it doesn't matter. Okay, you get hit back with 2 checkers on the bar, you found it's not your day. So now, that was 2 checkers on the bar, good. Right, so 3-1. We're back to Falafel's rule, I'm afraid. If you can make the 5 point, make the 5 point, or is it?
Is it definite?
No,
you've got that plus up with 3.
Yeah, no, we've got this. Sorry.
I think
so we'll ignore Falafel for this one.
I think so. With 3 back.
He's now got a nice mini block with 3 checkers trapped behind it.
Nearly tied those 2 plays, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So again, if you can make the 5 point, it's not always right, but it's a very high percentage, right? Yeah. So the hitting will continue.
Yeah, they're just vying for early dominance in the game in this position here. Regular standard moves.
So Eric and I have been doing a lot of commentary the last couple of days. We've had an awful lot of mutual high anchor games.
Double 5s.
Yeah, it doesn't get the block safe, but he's fine. So he's going to run the back checker.
make an
the ace
8 point.
point and come down.
That's my play.
Yeah. So Harold needs a 3 here to gain, and so far the man has rolled well.
Was that?
Yeah, and he's gone up with the ace. I
I'm
think.
not sure about that. I may have gone to the 9.
It just leaves a few hits behind, and double 2, double 4.
I've at least looked at it.
Yeah, but he's playing a fast match.
Well, slightly speed gammon autopilot, but that's been his rhythm so far in the tournament, and he's got to the final. So who am I to judge his tempo of play?
So you've got the choice coming up. So now you've got 2 numbers that escape, 4s and 6s.
Yeah.
Instead of 1, which is 5. But of course, if your opponent rolls 5-3, that plan doesn't work.
Nice roll by Harold. The force is with him at the moment. Steen's going to have to do something here, I feel.
No, I think you just make the 4 point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I like this.
Chat wants to know if there's a second match, how many points it'll be.
Alright, so we've just been asked if there's a second match, how many points it will be. Remembering last year's final, I think it's 11, it could be 9, we will check.
Okay, so this is 4-1.
1 is correct, I believe, because now if black does not cover the 8 point, there's an escape route for white.
Yep. And
3-2, he's going to make the 8 point.
Make the 8, yeah. Make it very difficult for that last checker to
so
escape.
now this is what's called a broken prime, so it's a 6 point prime, but there's a hole in the middle of it. But they are phenomenally strong, as demonstrated by Mishi several times in several tournaments, and players are beginning to recognise the strength of the broken prime. So after this play, where white has lost his timing, black needs to be thinking about doubling.
Okay, so this is...
It's very difficult for white to get home from here. He's got 7 checkers behind black's anchor out of play. Did we have
better to make the 2 as well.
Yeah. Was there a double, Nick, there?
So 6-1.
No, I don't think we've missed one yet.
Okay.
So I think he goes to the midpoint.
Yeah, he'll remake the midpoint here.
Yeah, I think because he's got 1 checker back and he's leading 3-0, it's not your standard doubling window of opportunity.
Steen needs 2 very quickly, and this is not going to help him. So if he does this, he leaves a blot. He doesn't really want a second checker back. But equally well, you might want the board. Now the problem with this is what do you do with your next 6? So that's quite awkward. Quite often it's right to make the board here and leave the shot. So if you play 3-2 with the ace and you play 7-1 with the 6, at least you've got a 5 point board if war breaks out.
Steen's board strength and huge lead in the race, he still has a third of the game.
What's the race lead?
And not that big, 34 before this play, 41 after.
So 41 pips up. He's going to have a take for a little while, but
these are close.
This is what I would call a master play. A lot of people would not find this. They'd be scared of leaving the extra blot. It might also tempt.
Something's happened. What's happening? I can see the hands. I can see the shadows. They're talking about. Something's happened. Unpause, not pause. Regain. Don't.
Okay.
So.
Just
is this a double?
Just double checking.
Now it's 70-30 with
just double checking.
15% gammons.
Okay. So
very small.
A very small double there, but that was an excellent play from Steen. 6-1. I think 13-8 was the play there. You have to keep the checkers in play. So now he's got no attack, and he's got an inner board block. Okay. So he can have some fun here and hit and cover. Okay.
Which he does
without a great deal of thought.
He should not hit.
Yeah, that powerful 5 point board.
So we didn't even have time to look at the other play, and Harold didn't even look at it either. So
trailing in the match with the volatility at the score, he should send the cue.
Okay.
So
Steen can double because he's behind in the match. He has 13 hitting numbers. If he doesn't hit, Harold's marginal favourite to cover. But if he does hit, the gammon wins are what, Nick, please?
Well, I think even more important than the gammon wins, there's 3 blots out there. So that would be tempting me rather than how many gammons. You've got 3 blots. This is a great opportunity, 1 to win the game and potentially win 4 points. The gammons is just a bonus in my opinion.
I can't answer what after they hit the gammons are, but they're currently 28% in a nearly 50-50 game.
All right.
Yeah, but it's 3 blocks. It's the blocks.
Very large in last 2. 180 on the 13 to 8 should have been, went to 6 to 1 instead, and then the hit was a 130er.
Okay.
It's,
So
it's the
this
blocks.
is a difficult decision.
I don't think. Well,
I
yes,
think,
under pressure.
I
Yes,
think he will cube.
I think he will cube as well. He'll get to the decision, in my opinion. He's got a stronger board. Oh, yes, he's got the anchor, but this is an opportunity when you're 0-3 down. If you do hit any fans, you're going to lose your market by a mile. So for me, he's got to send the cube. It's a glorious opportunity. He doesn't send the cube.
But,
Okay,
so
well, he
that's
rolled
a
2-1.
middle roll.
He rolled 2-1, so
Yeah.
now, of course, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Harold's considering cubing. For sure, he's considering because he's slowed his tempo down. He's definitely in consideration. Oh,
This is
yeah.
no double.
Yeah, yes, okay.
It's a great roll, 6-2. He's continued to roll well. Now, if white fans, we'll have a doubling discussion.
We shall. And
and Harold's had the discussion and made the decision while Eric and I just reached for the microphone. So that's impressive stuff.
I think it is a double.
Looks like a take.
And
Yeah.
yes,
What's
I
the
think so.
racing lead, please, Nick?
White is down 21 pips.
He's down 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Black is down.
black is down.
Doubler is.
Okay, so white is well ahead in the race. His point of entry is quite high. He's a favourite to come in 2 rolls, provided that Harold does not make the 4 point. So it's a highly volatile position, and hence the double is correct. But equally well, the take is correct as well.
Well, I think because of
which he has done, that's good.
Yeah, good take.
So now we get some interest.
Because of the recubes and the fact that the 21 pips, it's going to be a while before he can bring all those checkers around. So that's why this is a significant
take. This is
take.
2 down from the midpoint. There's no reason to expose blocks to unnecessary shots here.
I agree. Oh, he's going for it.
Right, so ignore the commentary for a moment. Now 4-2 is great.
Yeah.
4-1 you could get an interesting play, but no, not yet.
Okay, fans.
Okay.
Double five. Wow.
So,
if he keeps this form up, I tell you, Steen's going to be in big trouble.
He's going to play 20 to 10 and 13 to 8, 2.
So I think those two for certain.
Come down. That blocks double fours, very nice.
He moves
you
one
can't
more.
Safety the other one, and when you're ahead in the race, ahead in position, you run for home while your opponent's on the bar. So the other 2 fives should be played 20 to 10.
I concur. That's my preferred play. Oh, he's seen something else. Okay. Wonder what he's looking at. Not sure.
16 and 9 leaves less shots, or 15 does.
Have you got the luck factor?
Okay, so
just out of interest.
he's considering something here. I'm not sure what it is, but okay, for me, for certain, he's got to play 20 to 20. Okay, he's going there. He's got to go 20-15. I would have done it the other way around and then had a look, but he's gone this way.
So this is 4-5 and 4-3 from the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. There won't be a lot in that play.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2-1.
So 1 blot. So where do you want your blot?
I put it on the 6 point.
I think I put it on the 6 point.
That's my preferred
so
plan.
Then if you play 9 to 6, you've got another builder for the 4 point, which outweighs the consideration of the structure if you play 15 to 13 and 9 to 8.
It's 2 shots either way, but you just improve your forward position. Looks to be in the right place, and it's going to hold that way for quite some time. So I like this play a lot. And 4-5.
Last time, as we call it, late on parade.
Yeah, indeed. But now it's not guaranteed that you can roll a 6 or get past. So it's all on this roll. It's all on this roll.
3 and you know it's not
2-1 even. Oh, there it is. 3-1.
Okay.
Now this is a big 2. Steen really needs a 2 here. Really needs a 2.
They're in an even race, so he's happy either way.
They're in an even race.
Oh,
Very
okay.
even.
He's down 5 pips before the roll, so he's a little bit behind.
Okay.
So really, this is a great.
And he's got an open 5 point, so he's not going to double.
And
he's going to miss.
But he's still got a great race. He's still got a very, very good race. So holding the cube, 3-0 down, holding the 2 cube. He missed, but he's still got good opportunities to win this game. And 3-2.
Slot the 5.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. No, don't worry about the crossover.
You can only get 1.
Okay, he's gone for the play that looks nice to the eye. There's not much in it. It's going to be.
Okay, Okay, so Harold has a weak 4 point, which is the thing to be avoided in the bear-offs. Every time you roll a 4, you're going to be playing 6 to 2 or 5 to 1. That creates wastage later on, so you will not be rolling efficiently. So I could think about 6 to 5 here.
There's a couple of times with the
Yeah,
last
so
case
you play.
I like 6 to 5.
Yeah, because he's in danger of rolling 2 5s before he rolls 2 6s, and that costs him a roll. So.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 and 3. Okay,
Okay.
so how's our race at this point, Nick, please?
Harold ahead 1.
Harold is now ahead 12 because he's rolled 6 5.
Oh.
5 1.
Yeah. And Steen needs a set, I think, here. Harold's on good form. Looks like he's playing well.
Harold rolls lots of 1s and 2s, so of course I say that, and Steen promptly rolls
2
1
1,
2.
yeah. And 6 1.
He's playing so quickly, Harold.
He is, but
a lot of
it's
intense nervous energy being expended.
It is, but it's winning for him. I mean, look, can you stop this hurricane of form from Harold? I don't think anyone can at the moment. He's on great form. And this is what we see in backgammon. You can be the superior player, but somebody gets a bit of confidence in their game going, they're very, very hard to stop. And that's what we're seeing from Harold.
Oh, prompted a 2 1 immediately.
Okay, yeah, and
6 2. So 4 checkers place 6.
Still a huge favourite.
Huge favourite indeed.
6 4 makes him even bigger favourite.
Yeah.
And he needs 2 off.
He's got to get 2 off.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
He'll have 3 winning rolls if Harold does not right. So Steen has 3 winning rolls.
4s or better. And
he misses the board completely.
Extra bit of power there. He's passionate about this. He wants it.
Oh, 6-3. So that's 5-0 to Harold.
Okay.
Wow. Good start for the man.
Very, very good start. I wonder if Steen will take a break here. After that 5-0, I may have considered taking a break just to slow down his form.
Yeah.
I think he's building a bit of a wave here in his match play form, and maybe in Steen's best interest to call for a break.
Okay, but he's quickly resetting the pieces. He wants
to move it along.
Yeah. Just a comment here that everyone thinks they're unlucky at backgammon. Actually, if you analyse all of your matches, I've got 2,000 matches at home analysed. My luck factor over 2,000 matches is precisely 0. But if we look at the performance ratings and luck factor so far, Harold has been very lucky with his rolling. So the advantage of a 17-point match is these things tend to even out a bit more than if you're playing say a 5-point or a 7-point match. So I think we'll see Steen come back, but Harold is playing pleasantly aggressively. I just wish he'd take a little more time.
Agreed. Yeah, but that is one part of backgammon that I think not overlooked, but maybe highlighted a bit too much in backgammon. That is the process, and that's what the game is.
Yeah.
We're using dice to decide the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
So, obviously we're aware of the luck joker and we understand it, but at the same time, that's part of backgammon.
Yeah. So we've got a pretty standard position where white has escaped one rear checker, but black has the better structure. So simple plan for Steen, run away. Here he goes, running away.
6-3, yeah. On his bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
cock dice.
Yeah. And 4-3 he hits.
Gonna come down with 2.
Yeah. Looks the right idea. And fan.
Wow. The Harold's good performance continues. He's going to make the 4-point with
wow.
the 6-4.
My goodness, he really is on good form here.
2-1. 1 and 2.
Yeah, what is he?
So you have a choice.
Okay, gives 11.
This looks correct.
Steen
has to develop his position. If he comes up to Harold's 3-point, he's under the gun of 3 attackers at a time when his opponent has a 3-point board. Here he's seeking to unstack and develop.
I think a 7th checker on a point is not allowed as well.
Yeah.
It's against the rules of backgammon.
Is Harold sensing a moment to thrust himself home here? I think he's sensing a cube opportunity.
He's thinking about it.
Oh, he is. He's counting the race here, looking at it.
He must be behind in the race.
Yeah, but he's got.
Cube for money, but very small cube.
Yeah.
Dead even in the races.
Okay, so will he be tempted by the bar point? Oh no, he does this. I think this is right.
And you can switch if you want to, which I think is right because of the other block.
Yeah.
Right.
He wants
Again, these plays were uncommon in the 70s and 80s. They're now well known. So here he's probably going to have to pick up the checker on the 4 point so that he's playing with one block.
I like that, Chris, idea.
Otherwise, he really is going to be facing a cube.
He ought to be passing after this roll, regardless of what he does.
Oh, insta-cube.
Doubling. So how does this is like how do you put Humpty Dumpty back together again because he's broken?
Oh,
Yeah,
you can't.
and he's dropped. And Steen, compliments to Steen because a lot of people would think, oh, I can take this. I'm 5-0 down. I can play from here. But actually, you just let the tide wash over you for a bit, and then you hope to get back into the match.
Okay,
So 6-0. Now the cube decisions are now being influenced significantly by the score. You might not think it when there's still 11 points to go, but White will be quick to redouble. White should definitely be playing for gammonish positions here. The correct play here is to make the 2 point.
Definitely. Your opponent's already split and brought a checker down.
So 4-2. Ooh, choices. So you can make the 4 point, or you can play safe. Leading, it's probably right to play 24-20, 13-11. And particularly when your opponent has made the 2 point, his basic game plan is a blitz because the priming option is gone. So now you can either run away or you can play big 13-7, 8-5, but that looks a little bit too much really. The race is going to be pretty close, so run away, I think.
This is best. Also tempted to break the 8 when you've got the 2 made because they don't
Yeah,
go all together.
yeah. Okay, so
Okay, and
what have we got? We've got an evenish race, I'm guessing.
He's ahead 4 pips after this play.
White is ahead.
Yeah.
So White's ahead. So classic backgammon strategy. If you're ahead in the race, race.
yeah, I think it's
Nice
just
and simple. Yeah, good play.
doing a mini count there, just making
He's
sure.
got 10s and 3s to hit, so hasn't
There's
missed much so
There's the
far.
3.
Hello.
He does see it.
Probably the 5 pops out because you don't want to strip the spare off the mid and you reduce the hits. Is that right? Yeah. So
like
you've got to
popping
come out 20-15 with the 5.
I like popping out.
Also an option to hit on the ace or bring one down. They're all pretty close.
Yeah, I think just positionally the way it looks.
Yeah, and he's made the aggressive play. And this
he's
is how
going
he's
for
been
it.
playing the entire match.
He's going for the win.
Ooh.
He's going for the win. He slashes on the ace. He's going for the win. Yeah.
This is not a double at this score. Wow.
Double 6.
So he's going to make the ace point and he's going to think about the other 2.
4 point board for me.
4 point board for me as well.
Yeah.
Because if he fans, then you're either too good or it's at least a double pass.
Yeah.
Everything else is a little bit passive. So, yeah, nice play. So he desperately needs a 3. 5.
5-1.
This is getting exciting.
Hittingtons. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well, maybe we should call this the Johanni rule.
Yeah,
You've got to send the cube in less than 1 second going off your delay time on the clock.
Right.
Which he's done just here.
So now this does not look like a double. Close.
It is a double. I think because of the volatility. 4 point board. He's got a lot of versatility in his numbers.
Clearly a monster cube.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, just about everything hits.
Yeah. So 1s, 3s, 5s, a lot of 4s. They're not double 2, 6, 2, double 6 are really probably just about the only bad rolls here.
I think it's the take that's the more difficult part of this problem.
Yeah.
And
you as White, you have to be scared to take this because of your structure. I mean, like having the made 2 points sucks.
Well, it's going to be. It just looks very weak in his home board, you know. And being a human and not being XG or a computer, facing this decision, looking at your home board, looking at your opponent's home board and the threats they've got, this is a very, very uncomfortable decision. I'm very interested to see which way Steen goes here.
And I think Harald has made a conscious decision before this match started to play aggressively.
Well, he has to. He's got to win 2 matches. You can't play and hope that the dice help you or hope that some divine intervention helps you to win the first match. You have to take action and go for the win, especially the first match.
And Harald has taken the grand total so far of 4 minutes and 7 seconds out of his time bank.
Well, I'm pleased that Steen's really thinking about this long and hard. It's a very, very tough decision. Very much easier in the commentary booth or XG at home for those that are transcribing themselves. But live over the board in one of the biggest finals in the world of backgammon, this is a very, very tough decision.
I mean, historically, in the days before clocks, people might sit there for hours calculating the number of hits, number of times they anchor, and so on. It's impossible in the modern world to do that because you are time constrained. So people make their decisions partly on calculation, partly on pattern recognition. There is a certain amount of duplication, but he's passed. So I think that was I think it was an easy take. Yeah, it was an easy take, but he's now been frightened by what Harald is doing.
But who wouldn't be frightened?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
come on, you're playing one of the biggest finals in the world of backgammon. You're 6-0 down, and he's got serious threats to gammon you and go further ahead in the match. You know, it's much easier knowing the answer or seeing the answer, but, you know, over the board, very, very tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think Steen, 3-2.
So
Yeah. Yeah, he goes aggressively, two from the midpoint. 6-5. Lover's leap.
He's continuing to roll well.
Yeah, he's got momentum with him.
Ooh,
and
you
he's
make the
playing
9
strong.
point, or you can make the 4 point. Most people look at the 9, but the right players to make the 4 point
I
here.
think it is 0-7 down. I would do that play,
yeah.
Chris.
And then nice play, nice roll from Harald, and a nice play. Now the bar
Yeah.
for Steen.
Yeah.
Advantage Steen in this one because he. Oh, sorry, no, it's Harald. He's only got one checker back. 1 and 8-5 looks correct. So leaving no random blots in the outfield while he sorts out the problem
2-1.
of the rear checker.
So,
13-10.
I'm not sure. Does he not need to split? His back checkers on the 24?
I think the plan is to either prime. He is splitting. So
he needs contact. He's 0-7. Okay. I mean,
make the 3 point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Steen has the option of attacking, which is always useful, and I think he will attack here. He's rolled 2-2.
So do you think he'll switch?
I think
switch and make the 9, maybe. I don't know.
I think he's
switch and make the 9 is the play.
Right, well called, Eric.
Yeah.
And again, another play that's not recognised before the bot era. So people rarely made this sort of play, the switch. Now it's becoming much more commonplace.
Yeah, I like this one. I do.
You'll notice he's got 11 checkers in the attack zone, so this is a perfectly valid tactical approach to this particular position.
Oh, definitely, but also it's the last checker back. You can't let him roll that escaping number.
Here he's going to play a safe 3.
So you've got 3,
or he can
3,
come
4.
in and hit and take the tempo. So this is going to be close. He can come in and come down. Plays.
So do you
okay.
Do you hit or not? I mean, this is a tough one.
Okay. So again, he's following the strategy he set out at the start here.
Well, it's worked for him. So
yeah. And this is going to be a 4-3.
Why would you change? Why would you change that? You know, he's got to the final playing his aggressive style of backgammon, and you've got to deal with the hurricane force here. You know, he's playing well, doing very well over the board. 5-3, he's off. Look,
he's gone.
Woo!
He sees things quicker than we can commentate on.
Well,
right, now he's going to make the 4 points. Now what's the race, please, Nick?
And he's
black ahead 6 before the roll.
Okay. So black is a long way from a double. Yeah, that's a nice roll. 5-4. That considerably improves his position by making the 9 point.
So he's 10 ahead now.
So this is a non-volatile position. He's going to either it's a double,
is it a
or
double?
It isn't, and then creep up on
10
it
ahead.
slowly.
10 ahead, 7-0.
Yeah, 3-9 error to cue. So
I felt it was maybe not enough.
So white needs to play purely here, so he can't play something like 9-1. I think
just breaking the midpoint.
Break the
midpoint.
9-1 is a legal play. I'm just looking at the XG.
But he's not going to leave you a shot next roll,
no.
So you're going to break it next time anyway. So you're just delaying what you're going to do. So
it gives you a bad 6-1 next time. But
yeah, and you hurt your race a tiny bit by not playing pure.
Yeah, this is going to be this, and so black is not going to leave any random shots here because white is about to crack his position.
And that's why I felt he should have
so
broken that point the last time.
Now.
Looks like he's gonna do a switchy.
Okay, so white's checkers are all still in play. So that can. Oh, lovely roll from black,
that's
clearing
wonderful.
the 13 point.
That's a wonderful shot. 6-5. I think he clears.
2 down. 6 down, 2 down, and the race after that, Nick, please.
Race after this is black ahead 6.
Okay, so
Steen should run a checker. Is the best play here.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
two blots on ace and deuce encourage the keep the race alive and run away, keep the contact.
So he probably, yeah, he's going to make, okay, yeah, he was going to make an inner board point one way or the other.
I think
Yeah, there are other, that was a minor technical error, not to be worried about too much.
I think it's the tactics because he's got the block behind. He keeps his race alive. He keeps some
Yeah.
contact, and also he's going to make it on the next roll. So now by holding the anchor, he's going to may slowly deteriorate on the other side, which plays into the hands of Harald.
Yeah, he's
So-
clearly lost his opportunity.
Yeah,
now.
so
Yeah.
He needs to place
yeah. Steen is now going to have two dead checkers,
Yeah.
basically. They're going beyond where they need to live.
Yes.
So he's probably going to play 8 to 2, 6 to 3, or 8 to 2, 7 to 4. There won't be anything between those plays because he's probably going with his next 6 anyway because it will hurt the race. The issue about going now is his opponent's ahead in the race and it gives him tactical opportunities. So he's kept a 6.
He
Seems
has.
sensible.
Yeah.
This looks like he's going to play 8 to 2.
That's my preferred play.
Yeah. Okay.
He looks at it.
Yeah.
You're not going to
Fine.
volunteer.
So now is Steen going to run with a 6 if he gets one?
Oh, 3, 4.
Now with the blot in board.
He has to run. He must run.
No, if you run, you need to pass.
Okay, really? Okay. So this gives.
Wow, I would have run. I
Here
must
it
say.
comes.
I would have run there.
The double comes again, and Harold could be 8-0 up here.
It's actually like a break-even.
Okay, it's a take. All right.
No, big
Just.
plus.
Oh, double 2. What a
Well,
roll.
that's a
Pick and
superb shot.
pass. Okay, Steen needs his day to get going. He needs to. Oh, I thought there was a.
There's a
Sorry,
pick and
he had
pass
one more
and-
2 to play.
Yeah, 0 shots.
4-1. Okay, now there are some bad numbers.
Yeah.
I take the crossover. I think here 7
I
to
would
6.
definitely take the crossover.
I think this could be a race, and I think that checker should have come in. 3-1, pick and pass.
Yeah. And
Fans. Okay, so now 6-5 is bad. No, it isn't. Sorry, 6-1 is okay. 3.
He's on the bar.
and he's got a 2 to play. I'll go to the bar. Yeah.
Yeah. So now he's guaranteed to get home if he's not hit.
Yeah.
5-1. Poor.
As soon as we see the 1, we know it's missing. And 4-1.
In and off.
Yeah.
So okay. Now there are some gammons if if Steen decides to stay on the bar a while.
Yeah.
Only a very small percentage, but it will grow over the next few rolls.
I think if he has he gets into freaky dancing
Yeah.
mode, will
Now
he
you
get gammoned?
You get boxes or something, then 2 and 1. How do you make it?
I close.
I make it.
You got to close it with open 6 point.
Yeah.
It looks, I'm going to roll the bad number, hoodoo, but leaving the 4 point open and having to jump the point, you solve the problem immediately with the roll.
Yeah.
And as Chris said before, I think you get a small increase in your gammons by closing and keeping them out for a bit longer. I would close it.
Exactly what it is. You actually win a little more just taking the checker off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got 9 bad numbers next time.
And
that's a bit of excitement.
here's Steen's chance.
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
guessing,
take off. I think I'll go to the. How many's he got off? 2.
Yeah. Is that
It's
3
a
off?
question of. I'd have had a look at it a bit longer, I think. And
Cox there.
dearie me.
Wow.
Dearie me.
Oh,
There we go. If I'd have cleared from the back, I was hit. I was hit.
Oh, this is a good roll.
Fantastic
1, 2,
roll. That's a fantastic
now
roll.
the gammon really. Oh no.
No,
Okay. I'm cancelling the gammon.
Well, only freaky gammons, but we don't want to see that. We would like to see Steen come back here.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Commentator's curse strikes again.
Yeah, the whirlwind.
I think we're going to be on a break at any minute.
I'll be surprised if he doesn't go for a break after this game because he's just unstoppable at the moment. Everything is going well for him.
Black has actually got 1 too many checkers to make it truly. Ignore that remark. Double 2.
Yes, my goodness.
Wow.
Okay.
So it does need another set. But even so.
That or the horror.
Yeah. 2-1.
Yeah. Oh my
wow.
god. It must be a guaranteed break after that. My
Yeah.
goodness. This is just electric form from Harald Johanni from Germany.
Yeah, and they're getting up.
Yeah.
Which is good timing because I need a break as well. Eric, keep talking. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, I'll keep talking for a little while, but I'm not sure if I can keep the crowd entertained for 5 minutes or so. But what I will do is talk a little bit about the tournament here. I'm not too sure the total amount of players that are in the tournament. I believe in the Masters it was over 300 players. I'm not too sure about the intermediates, but we're being well looked after in the hotel here. It's the weather is very, very nice. It's 25 to 27 degrees every day. You've got the option to go to the beach, sunbathe. It's very, very nice here in the Merit Hotel in Corinna as well, where they've got very, very good customer service, and you're well looked after, and there's many different locations to enjoy refreshments, whether it be coffee, tea, a soft drink, an alcoholic beverage. You can basically enjoy yourself how you wish. They've got a lovely pool here, just very close to where the rooms are. It's very, very nice place to come and enjoy your time. So if you haven't made it this year for the 7th Merit Open, get yourself here next year for the 8th Merit Open, but also there's a tournament in March, I believe, that they're going to do here as well. So there's two opportunities next year to enjoy the hosting of the Merit Park hotels. Get yourself here in March and November. That's it for me for a bit. I am going to take a break myself. We'll be back to join with you when the players resume. Thank you very much.
Hey y'all, Nick Blazer here. I'm just gonna run through some of the big decisions that we've had so far in the match. Let's see, here in game one, what did we, yeah, we had some fast plays by Harold where we thought he like played a little soft there, kind of. But I remember, yeah, in the first game, we had a cube sequence where he should have probably sent something a little more aggressive, won more points, and eventually cashed when we were too good. So that was a little bit, that was an interesting sequence, but got himself on the board there. And he's been in a lot of these gammonish positions too, I've noticed. Um, what else do we have here? Yeah, and people are commenting the PRs are pretty close, but it's not a whole lot of games that they've played. I guess seven. It takes a lot to average out, and also you can see when someone's got like just a misunderstanding of a cube position like that, where for money, we should find that one real quick. That's a very challenging cube. That was game six that I was in, where of course your PR is going to be skewed quite a bit when something like this happens to you. And we can see with these numbers that 28, 14, this should be a pretty close decision for the take pass for money. And, I'm not sure how, if this is a specific score that Steen has run into or adjusted to in the past. It's very simple to think that trailing in a match, you should just play more aggressive, take deeper, but it's not always the case. You still, of course, don't want to give up 4 points here and let them get to 10. But that does change enough at this score. Recubes are going to be strong enough. And I think the big hints in this position, I wish I could actually show it to you too. Um, but yeah, this, so all you can see is the actual equity on there too. Um, but yeah, it was I won't bother to try to describe it. But I mean, mostly it looks like when we look over these, like pretty strong match from Steen. Very few errors. I think he had one big checker play mistake. And then, Harold's doing good things too, just playing aggressive, like overplaying positions by a slot amount, not too much.
Okay, so the players look like they're almost ready to resume this 17-point match. Steen under incredible pressure here. Harald Johanni, the unstoppable force at the moment. But will he beat the immovable object? We'll wait and see. Here we are, ready to get going again. 11-0 to Harald Johanni. 6-4. Okay, he plays the open move. Contact move here with the 6-4. Out and down. I would have run personally, being 11-0 ahead. 2-1, nice play. He's got to play aggressive now, Steen. He's well down in this match. He can't afford to wait for good dice. Double 6. Okay, he rolls and 6-3. So does he make the 5 or does he make the bar? I would do this. Yeah, nice play. I like making the 5 point. And double 3. He's on top form, this man. He's going to be very difficult to shake off if he keeps this up. He hits. And he's got another 3. He jogs it on. Yep. Plays to 15. Now Steen needs a good entering number here. 2-6. That's not a good entering number. Okay, so it looks like here, for me, it's got to be 18 or 7. I think playing to the 2 point is the wrong game plan. He needs contact. Yep. And 4-3 for Harald. I think he should just make his 5 point. I think so. Anything else gives Steen a bit too much opportunity. He could potentially make the 15 point as well, but I think this gives a foothold in the match and the game. Double aces. Wow. Okay, so he's a little bit exposed here. Pure play is obviously to make the 4 point, leaving 6s, 5s, and 4s and 1s. I think he'll do this. I think, okay, looks at the loose hit, all those blocks, puts him on the roof, but don't know how effective this will be longer term. Okay, he may get hit, but he's got a solid 3 prime now, so I prefer this move. And 6-5, wow. This Harald is on tremendous form. He's still continuing his magnificence in this match. 2-5, okay, he's 3-2. Okay, should make the 4. Yeah. And Steen really needs a good roll here. 2-6, not so good, but at least he didn't fan. Comes out to the 18. And here comes 5-2. Okay, so I think this is right. Just consolidate your advantage in the position. You're leading 11-0. No need to do anything crazy. So maximum contact by... Okay, this is now called the Johanni cube, where you send the cube and you don't even use 1 second of your delay time. Okay, it's worked for him. I can't tell him off for this because, as we can see, he's got to make the ace, in my opinion. 5 point board. Hope he fans pick up the second guy. Anything else gives him too much chance to come in. I think he has to make the 1 point. 5 point, solid 5 point board. That point's open. That's the only point you can make next. I think this is a decent, a very big tactical error. Why would you not make the ace point? Are we seeing a bit of the old school in Harald here? Remembering the good old times where it was, okay, he's correction, not the old times. This is the new times. What a good move. Make the ace point, 5 point board. Now he's huge favourite for gammon. Now he's become a monster favourite for gammon. Clears everything. Boom, boom. Okay, so Steen under tremendous pressure here. Wind is in the sails. The wave. It's going to be very, very difficult to stop this man winning this first match. So now he's got to look at his bearing structure. Bearing so that he's got less chance of leaving shots in the future. Okay, so he's got 2 on the roof. So this is all about where does he want those checkers to be? What's most effective? How can I bear off in the best possible fashion in future rolls? So for the first time, I like it. He's taking his time now. He senses an opportunity here to get to 15. He's really thinking about where he wants those checkers to go. Okay, I'm not so much in favour of the 6 point here. Slightly prefer being further forward.
Okay, so Steen really hoping for some kind of miracle here where he comes in, he may roll an anti-joker, leave a shot, hits him. And okay, that's pretty good. He's in. And 2-1. Okay, I would have not put that checker on the 6 point. I would have left it there and maybe cleared off the 6. So 3-5. Again, looking to clear from the 6 point. So I play 2 checkers off the 6 is my play. He's looking at it. Yeah, that's the 3. Yeah, I like this play. 4-6. And 6-5. Wow, what a shot. What a shot. This man is on tremendous form. Deserved place in the final. Obviously, oh, here we go. There is the anti-joker I was talking about. There's the double threes. Now he's looking. Do I take 4 off? Do I clear the 4? Okay, I'm not too sure I'd have made this play. Now he's left the gap in a very, very bad position. He's winning a gammon anyway. You're just looking, what's the best way for me to win the game and not leave shots? Now this is the best way to win a gammon, maybe a backgammon, but not the best way to not leave shots. I think he could pay the price here later on, and Steen will hit and maybe turn this match around. That was a critical decision there. So 1-5. And he's looking, do I want to give him the bad numbers here? Do I want to give him the bad 6-3, 5-3, leave a double shot? Do I make the anchor? He's really going to have to count through the numbers here to work out what may or may not be best. If he leaves that checker where it is, he's got the bad 3s, but I think he's got them anyway. So I like this play. There it is, 4-3. Oh, my apologies. That was one of the non-double shot leaving numbers. So he's been given a survival role there. Clearing a bit too aggressively, in my opinion, leaving the gap in front of the anchor rather than keeping those 4 checkers there. Could be a tactical and costly error for Harald here. So now it's all on this roll. It's all about this roll. Does he leave a shot? Does he not leave a shot? Does Steen hit? Crucial roll coming up here for both sides. Okay, so Chris is back in the studio. Welcome back, Chris.
Thank you very much. Obviously, I've missed yet another exciting game.
Yes, you have. This has been very exciting.
Right. Is he running now? Is he worried about the triple? I guess he's worried about the triple and losing the match on this game, yeah?
Yes, it looks that way.
So if he rolls a set here,
Yeah.
he's going to be a marginal favourite probably to win the gammon. So probably taking 1 checker out is right. If he rolls double 2 now, you know it's really not his day.
Oh,
2-1.
And there we see the punishment for clearing those 4 checkers off the 3 point. Delayed punishment. And now this is an opportunity that this is an opportunity that Steen must take.
Yeah.
And the cube will be flying back for sure. It will definitely be flying back. I mean, you can't give up an opportunity to win
Not
4 points.
11-0 down.
Not 11-0 down. Even if you miss, you can't let the man roll by not seeing the cube. I think it's just the opportunity. You have to, no matter what the shots. He's not cubing. I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Wow.
I cannot believe he didn't cube that. You have to.
It's not a money double, but it's a huge match score double. Right?
I mean, now
he's got the checker safe. Now he hasn't got a double.
Yeah.
Now he can make the bar. Okay,
but now he's not got double for ages now. You know, and he wants to play this game for 4 points. 2 points is trivial in the match score. You need 4 points. You need to claw your way back.
Harold's on form. This is boxes. 6-1 or 6-1. I forgot to mention 6-1.
He's on tremendous form. And okay. Oh my goodness! No way. No way. This man is irrepressible. Oh my goodness. Could it be the freaky deaky backgammon to win the first set? Could it be?
Wow.
Could it be? Is he going to pick and pass, get the backgammon?
Wow.
Is this the BG?
Oh. Gets another checker off though.
Will he? Oh, yes, he does.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
So
now he must hit.
He's hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That swingometer just is so big in these situations, and Harald is in tremendous form. Steen has to do something to upset his rhythm for me, in my opinion here.
So So Steen, this is now technical play. He needs to slot the back of the prime ideally, so he'll be looking to place checkers so he can make his own 8-point. He needs to make sure the doubles work efficiently for him. So let's have a look. 2 double. There's a 1. Okay, so now he's threatening to escape again.
First shake as well.
Now, do you block boxes? Can you block? You can't block boxes.
I wouldn't block boxes. I'll be covering maximum coverage here. That checker must not come home. So you can't be in fear of boxes at this moment. You've got to put the checkers in the best place to stop that checker coming home. So he's going to roll 6 and something. He must roll to escape.
Spread these.
Yeah, I'll keep the spread. Yeah.
These are very technical plays, but I think you just.
I definitely don't block double 6.
I don't like this. You've still got 2 checkers on the 23 point, which means they're not working that well together.
Yeah.
5-4 going nowhere.
Okay.
So 4 and 1.
Spread something.
I think you come off the back. No, this is
No,
the wrong
I think this is the wrong idea.
Yeah.
This is the wrong idea. You don't want to be
now
losing your
you've got to
advantage.
rebuild that prime, yeah?
Well, it's not just that. You've given him a chance to now come home even more easily.
Yeah,
you haven't
now
got
5s work.
Yeah, double 5s now come into the play.
So,
okay, it's double 3.
So now he's going to have to hit loose, which he will do.
Yeah.
Now, the basic tactic for here is obviously hit loose, so white needs 2 good numbers. There's the first one, the 2.
Look how long it's going to be before
It's
he can...
going to be hours.
Yeah, but look how long it's going to be before he can consider making a 5 prime again. All his checkers are over in the other quadrants. This is going to be very, very difficult. Very, very
now
difficult.
Now you can block boxes at no cost.
Yes.
So I would block boxes. I would play 23. Yeah, who's seen that? Yeah. Computer likes that. Look, computers love these blocking high doubles.
So
TD Gammon, the first ever computer bot, started to instruct people about how important it was to block the big doubles. Can you block double 5 yet? No. So,
and
6-4.
Yeah.
Okay. Harold's going to play this position brilliantly from now to the end of the game.
But he's going to be world champ for sure according to XG in this game, or in this part of the game. Yeah, so he hits, and
he's out.
He is. Yeah.
About 29 shots here. That's one of them.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And there's the 5 prime back.
I don't think you slot it before you've got a cover, as far as I recall, but I'm prepared to be.
I would slot the back. I would definitely slot the back.
Right. He's only got a 1-point board.
But you're going to make it at some stage.
You make it with 12s, right?
If he rolls all the other 2s, then you've got an extra hitter.
That's not a 12. So
that's a 4-3. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. And
1-4.
Okay.
So I missed the bit. Harold obviously cleared his 3-point prematurely. Yeah?
He rolled a double 3, and he ripped off 4 checkers where he could have moved, left the 4 checkers on the 3-point, and put the checkers on the ace, which I think was slightly better.
Okay. So this is a question of manoeuvring the checkers onto the high points.
Yeah.
Heading, closing out, and keeping the 3 spare checkers on the highest points possible, so that he gets more checkers off before he has to crack the board and let Harold back in. So there's some little bit of technical positional manoeuvring going on here.
Yep. I think he's
you could spend hours looking at these plays and not get them right.
Well,
there's only a few thousandths in it.
Yeah, I call this micro gammon.
Right.
Well, yeah. Many points are so
2,
small.
3,
Yep.
4. Yeah, okay.
And I think Harold
it would
has...
save everybody's time and energy if he didn't actually come in.
2, 4, 5, 6. So he's got 9 off, I believe.
So there's the 6.
Harold has.
In slot. So that's all standard stuff. Oh, that'll delay us.
Okay. Back around the merry-go-round again. Woo!
6 and 8 to 6. So you can hit.
Yep.
With a 5.
And
so now you. Oh, yeah. That's fine. Okay. So closed out.
So now we get to the important stage of the game where...
So he's got 9 checkers off, right?
Yeah, 2.
So
I would go to the 6-point here, for sure. I wouldn't even think twice. No, I hate this. You want your checkers, unlike the normal bear off, when he's got so many guys off, you want your checkers closer on the 6 and the 5-point. Yeah. So I would have put that checker for certain on the 6. You want to keep your board closed as long as possible, because you want to get a recube in. It's only slight, but that's your double six. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so now you stop and think about the requeue
He
point.
does, yeah.
So traditionally you requeue when you've taken off 5 less checkers than your opponent. Here he's taken off 4 less. Is that right?
Yeah.
7 less. Sorry. Sorry. My maths just isn't.
44%.
Yeah.
White's 44. Let's see what happens here.
And it's a
Harold
fan.
for once has failed to do
So
what
he
Harold's
needs
good at.
to. You need to look at this. Even when I would have looked at that. Even when the percentages, you're 11-0 down. I would have taken a little longer look. Even if it's slight, I would have at least looked. I've at least had a little look.
I'm guessing this is going to be a huge double.
Yeah,
That's still a take, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sizable take, but it's only 2 to 1 favorite, basically.
Yeah.
So White should redouble. Here it comes. Harold should take.
He should.
This is the out
And
which
he
has
does.
done. Another nanosecond decision.
Yeah.
6 and 1's a bit awkward. So 2 winning methods for Harold here.
And
this is going to be the first effort.
one winning method that's worked well for him so far. And double six.
This one is about to end.
And 6-4. Is this the momentum change that Steen was looking for? Was potentially going to be 2 away, 17 away.
Got to roll a double.
Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wow.
Right. So 6 rolls are very good, surprisingly enough.
Yeah. And
he doesn't roll one of them.
Finally, Steen off the mark. He's got some points on the board. He's won a game. He's won a game here. Back in. Doors slightly open again. It's been closed for a while. Could have been closed a bit more, potentially, if he'd have... I'm not sure.
Had an opportunity for a backgammon then.
We had a backgammon, but you also had a chance to win a comfortable gammon. I'm not sure about the double 3 play. I slightly preferred keeping the anchor... Not the anchor, sorry, the 4 checkers in front of his anchor.
Yeah, that was a really big mistake.
Yeah.
Nick's just telling us in background this is a very big error.
And as we can see, he's paid the price by losing 4 points instead of potentially winning 4 points himself. Big swing. Yeah, big swing. Big swing.
So this is traditional stuff. Once your opponent's open with a 5-1, double 3 is played 2 up, 2 down.
No, not at the score.
Sorry. Yes, thank you. 6 and 5, not 6 and 5. Cock dice.
Yeah. And 5 and 3
makes a point.
Yeah.
5 and 3 makes a 5 point.
No, make the 3. Make the 3. Keep the structure.
Okay, is it a big error to make the 5 point?
I think many people would make the 5.
Slightly better, but I know these tend to run really close because it's the wrong checkers.
Yeah.
I think many people make 5, but you slightly create a worse position.
Yeah.
This creates stability.
Sorry, I'm still making the 5 point. That's my old-fashioned approach to backgammon.
Well, it's the falafel rule, right?
Yeah. So 3-6 is going to run away to the 14 point.
Yeah. Looks like the way to go.
My play would have been hit, obviously.
Very close cube decision here. He can send it if he wants.
Yeah.
So
2-6.
And the 6 is a little bit awkward. Probably going to pop out. You could slot the 5 point. Or he could just make the 4 point. Yeah. But if he's hitting, he's coming out with the 6 because there is no useful 6 on his own side of the board. Again, he has the protection that his opponent's on the bar.
So double 5.
This is not as nice as it looks.
No, it's
2,
awkward.
3, 4.
It is awkward.
Okay, now has White got anything after Black's bad structure?
Yeah.
I would cube.
This is a double.
This must be a double.
At this score, this is a double.
Yeah.
So he's going to hit 15 to 5.
Well, he can hit twice. He can hit twice. I would blast twice.
Yeah.
You can't let him have an opportunity to anchor
up. You have to
up.
see the play before you can make it. So quickly looked at one play, assumed it was correct. That's the wrong way to think about backgammon. Look at all the options.
He is, yeah.
But Steen is missing doubles here because he doesn't seem to see the influence of the score on his doubling decisions.
You're right, Chris, but I actually think it's the pressure of the situation. He's being outrolled here tremendously by the form of Harold, and that's pressure. And pressure does things to human beings. If you're Roger Federer, if you're the best team playing football in the world, pressure is pressure, and that's what's happening. What we're seeing live over the board. It's not the case of he's not seeing the double. He's just under so much pressure.
Now he's going to have another double.
Okay.
He'd consciously be choosing not to as well.
Yeah,
because
no,
he's got it.
you've got to think about this stuff, right? I mean, he's got an anchor. He's in the game forever. He's hit 4-11 down. There are gammons to be won here. So this is a huge double.
But he is, I mean, he's tending towards conservative, which is something that some players do to extend a long match.
Okay, double take.
Double take, good.
And
good number.
5 point.
5 point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is not for the faint-hearted.
So Harald needs an anchor.
He does.
Any two will.
Oh, extra passion. I think he wants to come in on that roll. Extra force in the roll there. He's feeling it. He knows it's a pressure roll. He's sensing it. He feels it.
The dice
He
is
bolted
lost.
the dice off the board. Oh, I tell you what. Forget the anchor. I'll just come in hitting. And
Throw fans.
fan. My goodness.
Well,
my goodness.
He will only reach you when he sees the whites of the eyes here.
So that's 2-5. Just anchor
safe.
up. Yeah.
I mean, black structure is inelegant.
Well, that's very polite, Chris. I like the way you said that.
He did roll double 5, so hello. What were we thinking of here? Must be right just to run away.
I prefer to say it's pretty ugly.
I mean, he could play H6, 15, 16 to 11.
He can make the 11 if he wants.
Oh, he can make the 11 as well.
Definitely better it is.
I think you just run away. I mean, now you're winning the race. You've sorted out the back checker problem. You can work on developing the rest of the position.
I think making the 11 looks nice, but you still leave Johnny there on his own, stranded, and that invites the attack, which your opponent's going to do because he doesn't have the cube. So I certainly prefer going to 16. Yeah.
Harald's finally slowed down. That was one of his slowest moves.
Oh my
6-3,
goodness.
wow.
Double fan, 3-6. The dice gods are not with Grandmaster Groenbeck at the moment. 6-5.
I'm crossing 2 checkers.
I'm definitely break contact and just cross your fingers and hope you get missed.
Yeah. 6 hitting numbers.
And
it's not one of them. Okay, now do you come in on the 2 because that creates more of a problem?
I come in on the 2 for certain. You need contact. Coming forward's no good to you at this match score. Yeah.
Okay, so Harald needs a roll that makes a point.
And
that's a roll that makes a point.
Now does he make the bar point? Does he make the 5 point?
Wow.
Ooh, I think I go for the. I'm not direct 6.
He's
6s and 8s.
6s. So,
solid, but is it best?
It's not best.
According
to our friend, it's not best. But
yeah, I'd have looked at the other one.
With many other plays today, he's got away with this one. So
yeah.
Now he can make the board, or he can come in and start the 2 point.
So what's he got?
Or he can play 2 down. So.
What would I do here?
I'd make the board, but I could well be wrong here.
So I like the 4 point. I like your play, Chris.
Yeah. And if you get hit with an ace, you've got the chance of making a 2-4 back game. If you're not hit, that's still exerting a little bit of pressure, and you've made the point you want to make next.
Yeah, you're creating pressure in the position for his next roll by making a 4 point board now.
Okay.
And he does it.
I like the play, even if it's technically
slightly wrong. Yeah.
So now, are you going to hit? It's a big question. I suppose, given now he's got to think about his blots.
I think you have to.
You can do that, but you can also do
8 to
clear
8
it
to
up, because now that's the point you've got to clear. Yeah, it's a nicer structure, so it's potentially correct. So fanning is not great.
No. And
now, do you hit again or do you clear? I think I'm clearing at the score with the cube.
I think I'm clearing as well.
You can clear, or you can just bring a checker into the.
No, actually, I'll come into the 5.
Yeah, ready to attack.
Well, ready to attack. Plus, you don't want to build the 10 point because then you're going to be there for a while trying to dismantle.
5-3.
So I like his play.
Steen is rolling incredibly badly and has done. Oh wow!
Oh my
double
goodness!
6.
This man is just on tremendous form.
Take away double 4.
Yeah.
8 to 2.
Yeah. The unstoppable force here.
Yeah.
And Steen under tremendous pressure.
Wrong double 5.
Yeah. This is very much looking like 15-4 to me. 1 and 5. Yeah.
Oh, hello. Yeah. It's gone back. That was just a glitch. Okay, 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in this position, I don't think Harald can play this one incorrectly or wrong because his anchor's just too far forward. He just needs to jump that 4 prime.
Ooh, 2-1. Okay. Play 6 to 3, I guess.
That's my preferred play, yeah.
Okay, slowly but surely.
Yeah, and it's a fan. No, not fan, sorry, cock die.
Steen must be feeling absolutely steamrolled by now. I mean,
Oh, I think he knows that he's in a very, very good position and feel like you can't almost play the game because your opponent on such good form is very, very tough.
I think you just take 2 off there. He's created a bad 6-2 for no reason. He could well have cleared that point with a double next turn and not faced a bad roll.
I think so, and also it's not certain he's not going to win a gammon.
You want to. Yeah, okay.
That's not certain yet. He could potentially save. So
He
I
could
think you
save.
have to rip it,
Yeah.
for sure. You don't want to give your opponent a chance to potentially save a gammon at no extra risk or cost. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Steen could really do with some
He's going to roll.
very good luck
Yeah.
joker here.
He's potentially going to need 1 set, I think, to save the gammon. 4, 6,
Yeah, I
8,
think so.
9 crossovers, plays 9 crossovers. So
I think you're right, yeah.
Black's crossovers are very short, White's crossovers are very long.
Yeah. Oh, there's an opportunity.
Yeah.
There's a potential opportunity.
6-1.
And 5-1 here.
5-1 for a White.
And this is the shot. Will it come? No.
5-3.
Too good again from Harald.
You can stay for 1, provided he's not killing any checkers.
Yeah.
Because he can't lose a triple.
Yeah. Double 2, not bad.
You stay for 4-1, 5-1 and 6-1 because playing double 2 doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless he rolls double aces. There is a sequence that creates a backgammon here.
Yeah. And
oh, here we go.
4-1. Okay. So he's obviously not hitting. He's just going to make the 1 point. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this
just went down from 60% to 25%.
Mind you, if he's got 4 left, mind you, actually taking off might be
Any
best
ace,
because of the gammon.
any ace is exciting.
No, actually, looking at it again, I may have taken off without just.
Oh, that's the other way to say the gammon, by the way. Boxes.
I'll take back my previous
and that's
move.
the end of that game. That's now 13-4 to Harald. He's 4 away. Steen is 13 away. That's a difference of a 9.
This is going to be tough.
65.
This is going to be tough. Harald on tremendous form. Steen trying to come back.
So Harald's about 95% match equity table from here.
Okay.
94% maybe.
Yep. And yeah, I mean that's the match equity table, but does it factor in the hurricane or the whirlwind here? He's on tremendous form. It's going to be very tough to shake off.
One thing we don't know at the moment, which we'll check, is if there is a second match, what time the second match will start.
Ah, okay.
Last year we had a break of something like 45 minutes, I think, between the 2 matches.
Okay. And
as I discussed at the beginning, it may be time for a little conversation about the prize money.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Anyway, we will see.
It's a very, very decent sized pot.
Whoa, double
5.
You still put 2 on the roof.
No, you can't. He's split to the other one.
You have to make the 3 after.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this one wrong this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I know.
Yeah. This is the gung ho.
So this is the natural play, but
this is the gung ho blitz.
Technically, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Given what's happened so far, Steen will fan.
Oh, he hits. Oh, excellent. Oh. And 2-6.
And then in and hit with 2-6. The hitting will continue.
Yeah. And yes. Oh, he's hitting. What's going on here?
Getting close to a cue.
Yeah.
Might as well hit again. Nothing else happening, but now there's no covers. And 2
and 2 and 1.
Not going to slot. So yeah. Okay. So technically, White has a double because of White's disconnected position in the score. That's probably just gone away a little bit with that double 2, which made the 5 point.
Oh, that's an awkward one.
So you can run away. You can play totally safe. You can play 2 down.
Yeah, this is tricky actually.
So,
I don't think you can play it stiff.
The computer likes stiff here.
Okay.
Yeah, these are hard plays to find.
Okay, so it
Just
consolidates.
basically hoping something better next time, something to aim at, point to make.
Okay, that's a double
That's
three.
a good number.
It's a tremendous number.
One down, one up.
I'm not sure.
Or
Bar point.
Yeah.
4 point board.
Yeah. So
And three.
and 4. Okay.
All right.
Up and down.
Yeah. It's taking a good look, which we like, of course. He's actually using a lot of his more of his time. Okay, that kind of slightly invites the potential attack.
So 13 to 8 or 6 to 1. This 3-2 is certainly not doing anything else. So given that 13 to 8 strips the midpoint of its last builder, this is probably the better play. 3-2.
Okay.
All right.
3-1.
3-1. Just run away, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rear checker needs to stay as far back as possible to create problems. So Harald. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, so this
Wow.
is 6-3.
This is what a mess. 6-3. Wow. That is a horrible roll. You're not coming off the anchor, so your 6 is either 13 to 7 or 8 to 2. You probably want to minimise shots. So this looks like minimal shots, 8 to 5, 8 to 2.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're playing 13 to 7. Then the 3's a mess, so that can't be right.
This is very tough.
I think 8 to 2, 8 to 5 is probably as good as it gets.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. 13 to 7, 6 to 3. Yeah, what hitting? So he's missed. So
yeah,
that's okay.
Well, it's one of the rare misses for Harald here.
Yeah. Needs an ace. Doesn't get it, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, another mess. This is.
It's another fine mess you've got me into, Stanley. The Laurel and Hardy moves
30
here.
to 3 hitting. Wow, I think I'm. What a mess.
Yeah, this is tough for Steen. He's
4, and then your 6 is 13 to 7. I don't see anything else. 23 out. You can come out. Yeah.
He's got 3
by much or not?
It's a bad time to be attacking.
He doesn't look at the other play, which is to come out.
Yeah. So
now to 3, and just keep it running.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so Steen's in this game forever. He's got the 2-point anchor, and Black's structure is not that great. Given Black's lead, he's not doubling for ages here.
Oh, it's quite a while. Yeah.
So
he's taking his time. He's got plenty in the bank.
I think he just runs.
Okay, he's gone for maximum contact. Not sure that's best.
And Steen continues his sensational entry percentage.
Yeah, he's on terrible form from the bar. And 4-6, so is that 18 and 11?
Yeah, it looks
my
like
play.
It. You might as well. Your board's only one better than your opponent's at the moment. The checkers need to work, so let's you can lock it up for one roll, and then they can roll on next time.
Well, he's just hoping that he makes it Steam fans again and he clears the 18. I think that's the futuristic vision in the position.
Yeah, this is fine.
I think I like this. You know, you don't really want to pay.
Continuing the fanning saga.
It's incredible how many fans already. I mean, okay, so he's looking to clear 18. Okay, double 1. That's one way to advance.
You block either 5s or 6s.
I don't block 6s. I think that gives him a game forever. I keep away from his anchor, and I don't like blocking the 6.
I don't like owning my bar point and my 1 point.
No, but I would have gone 18-16 twice was my preferred play, but
fans for about the 4th time in a row. You found the best play. Yeah. Okay. So now, I would play 17 to 13 and 11 to 8. It's now too good.
That's my play.
Yeah. So remember what we said earlier, that in match play people quite often play money backgammon. So Black in the last 2 rolls has passed by the point where he had a double and a take. He should now play for the gammon. White, even if he gets a shot, has got a very poor structure on his own side of the board. and that's about the 5th fan in a row.
Yeah, it's incredible the amount of fans he's got here.
So
3.
3 in.
Oh, was that a deuce?
Yeah.
Was that legal or was that
You
illegal?
can duplicate 2.
I think it was illegal. He's
Yeah.
paid double 2 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
So you can
That's-
duplicate 2. So you can either.
I'm not sure why he's not going further.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, double 2 is a very nice roll, obviously.
Yes, but at the same time, he gives himself a bit of an awkward double 3. Whereas if
3-1 makes the bar.
okay,
Okay, so now even this hit. Yeah. So, are we back in double take territory?
so that's 3-6. Yep.
No, it's too good after that play.
Okay.
He shouldn't have actually hit. He should have drawn a double pass or something else.
Okay.
So this is
So
5-1.
you can hit and come out, but you're living on the edge.
Well, he's living on the edge every roll, isn't he? With all those blocks flying around. Does he really want to feel that way playing?
Basically, White's board needs to improve and improve quickly. So
Yes.
the coming out probably is wrong because in variations he may want to make the 22 points. So 13 to it. This looks better. So at least if things go well, he makes a couple of points here.
Yeah. He's looking at the numbers, working out his calculation.
5-2, 5-3, 5-4.
Yeah.
6, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5 already counted, so 4, 3, 4, 4. 6, that's 10, 3, 4 counted, 3 counted. So 12,
Nice play.
Only 12 hitting them.
Yeah, I like the fact he's playing aggressively here.
Oh.
4-2.
Oh.
Oh, he's found a buster.
Yeah, but you've got to play
A Buster Douglas. Okay. Yeah.
So Steen is edging back into the game.
He found the Douglas, the Buster.
And
Okay.
he's rolled a
And
complete dog.
Well, it's not a dog. It's just a case of do I want to have all those blots open or not? So that's you can hit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he can hit. It's not a dog.
Right.
But now he's got
Missed
everything
the play.
open. He's got everything open,
And he's hit.
I mean, there's just no way it could be anything else. Harold is just unstoppable in this first match.
And he's going back to being too good again.
By a country mile. And he'll pick everything up and cruise to 15.
Except he didn't manage to hit.
My goodness, I would never have predicted that. So I think I'll just
you just come
into the 6 point.
Ready to attack on the 4 point.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay.
He's going to cutesy play, duplicating 4s.
Yeah, he likes these
It's
kind of plays.
It's a question of a balance of tactics here.
Yeah.
So now he's going to hit again.
Yeah.
If he gets hit back, he's hoping to make a 2-4 game, sadly with no timing. So it's very hard to see how he could ever win this.
I've never seen so much sustained brilliance in one match from any player, I feel. This is just magical from Harold here.
I've just cast my eyes across to the luck factor, which is a height I have never seen in the backgammon match, if that figure was correct.
Chris, if you have, you're just going to have to see my lucky toad list, and then it will open your eyes to luck joker extraordinaire. We'll do that off camera, of course, but yes, there are very, very high luck jokers on a regular basis. We just don't see them all the time. So this is 5-1.
He doesn't get an extra builder. So you run away to attack, have an extra attacker on the.
That's the 5
sorry,
and
you
jog.
do get an extra builder.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it came to the 8 point.
Yeah, he's got everything working nice. Oh!
Wow.
Hold on, someone take Steen's temperature. Is he feeling okay? That's a joker from the roof. What's going on here?
Yeah, but now you've got a 2-5 game with no time.
Yeah, but would you prefer to stay on the roof with 2? Probably not. So, you've got to take your unfortunate, horrible tasting medicine here and just go, okay, I've got a chance to maybe save this gammon.
Probably still too good.
I think so, yeah. 4 away. I mean, would you take this for someone 4 away?
No.
Well, there's your answer.
Yeah. Also, I've got all my checkers on my side working correctly.
Yeah.
Got to escape at the right time.
Yeah, it's just okay. Oh,
this is not all.
all roses and sunshine.
He's going to have to play 9 to 7.
Yeah.
And then 8 to 7 twice.
Yeah.
Because there is no other play.
Oh, a bit of a anti-joker there for Harold for the first time. Bit of
Double aces.
misfortune.
Ooh,
Double two.
That's not
Ooh.
that great, sadly.
Oh, it looks better than it really is, I
He's going to
suppose.
kill a checker. 2-3. Well, he's nearly killing a checker.
Yeah, yeah. No.
So, on we go.
And
6-5. Out with the 6, obviously. Oh, no, it could be out with the 5 and then in with the 6.
I think it's that way around, Chris. I do.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
okay.
looks.
He's going to let Steen come to him because he's going to have to break with any big number.
It's just better for the position as well,
Yeah.
I feel. And
4-2.
ooh. Now, do you come off the 20 point?
Well, if you don't come off the 20 point, I don't see how you can possibly win. I mean, at the right time, Harold can double this out at any point, I think, but you've got to play sensible backgammon.
I concur.
It's possible here. No, even that doesn't work. Sorry.
But the question is now, does this entice some cube action potentially from Harold?
I think
Now that he's made a 4 point board and he's got threats over there, or does he just take a roll? There he takes it. Oh my
He's
goodness.
going to hit twice. Yeah.
The best possible other than double 4 or double 2.
Wow.
Far too. Oh my.
5.
Well done,
Okay.
Steen. He hits.
Exciting.
Oh.
He's going to just cash this.
Oh, cheeky.
Still too
Very
strong.
cheeky. Very cheeky. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just created a little cubing situation
Okay,
here.
so Harold got the double spot on. Okay, there is a little bit of danger. He could lose the game from here and maybe not win enough gammons to justify playing on. I cannot see that Steen is going to take this because the parlay required to win is huge.
Well, not just that, the ramifications of not rolling well himself and getting gammon, he loses the match.
Yeah.
So that's significant in this position, of course. And he's taking his time, of course, which you must do in these critical decision-making situations. And he's thinking about what he's going to do here. But I'll be shocked if he takes this cube. But this is backgammon. Anything is possible at any time. So let's not forget that. The tension building. What's he going to do here? Will he take? Will he pass? I feel he's going to pass.
Yeah, I think he's going to pass as well.
Even with the typhoon, hurricane, whirlwind Johanni here, I think he'll pass.
The only way he can be looking at making this into a take is he's looking at long-term equity of a 2-point game.
I think I might have to.
But he's got 4 checkers on his 4-point. The only place those 2 spares can usefully go is the 3-point. The combination of events required to win this game for White are just too much.
No, I concur. And
if he loses the gammons, Eric certainly loses the match. So at some point he's got to think that life is going to change here.
yeah.
Can we look at Nick? Can we just look at the summary again, please, for a minute as to where we are? Okay, so Harold's luck factor is over 10 in XG terms. Now I've only ever seen 2 matches where the luck factor is over 10, and a minute ago it was over 11.
Well, Chris, you're going to have to see my lucky toad list again because this is going to normalise a little bit more, and it's not guaranteed it's going to finish on 10. No, it is very, very extreme, but we don't see it very often because we don't see every match that's played. But this is extreme luck joker in his favour. But he's picking his spots well. He's playing well.
He's got a strategy, he's executing it.
Yeah, and this happens in backgammon. Sometimes you can play perfection. Your opponent's just too good with his rolling or on good form and picks his spots. And this is what we're seeing with Hurricane Harold at the moment. And this is really a good decision from Steen. He's really taking his time here and wondering what he's going to do. And I'm pleased with the fact that he's taking his time a lot here. He's still thinking deeply as this is a tricky situation for him.
Can we do a money evaluation of this position?
And okay. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Dun 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 dun.
He could borrow some of Harold's 24 minutes he's got left.
Yeah.
The trouble is, you play a match like this and you reach a point where you think, I've just got to take something at some point. And he has.
Oh my goodness. So, but I understand, of course. I totally understand the take.
Right. Okay.
But very dangerous.
He needs to get that 5-point anchor.
Well, just has to enter.
This roll.
You just have to enter.
2.
Or at least
slot 3 points.
Okay, there's some hope.
So his checkers are going to be perfectly efficient, right? Now, with any sniff as this game develops of a turnaround.
And will he pick and pass here, or will he go for gold? Oh, he picked some
Some
passes.
passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's right.
5 and 4, so he's got to come in and out because he cannot kill a checker. He can't win the game if he kills a checker.
I agree,
Yep.
Chris. Yeah.
So now Harold has 2 dead checkers.
63.
60. Ooh, there's a slotting opportunity, duplicating 3s.
Or he could
Or
play
play
the
17.
6 and play 7 to 4 is also a potential play, but that reduces the chance of him making his 5 point. I think he's potentially right to slot the 8 because that does maybe give him a chance to make his 5 point.
Technically an error, according to.
I would have made the same error.
But there we go.
I would have made the same
He's
error.
actually hit proof on today's showing so far.
I would have made an error there for sure. And as commented, I would have made an error, but then been rewarded with the 5 point, which is the point he really improves his chances of winning this game. And see there, Chris, look, my error makes a 5 point.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I missed that play.
He rolled 3-2 on Steen missed, and he rolled 3-2.
Okay. We were asked earlier how long is the second match. The answer to that question is 9 points. And there will be a half-hour break if there is a second match between the end of this match and the start of the next one.
Okay, so Steen's hoping for an anti-joker roll here from Hurricane Harold, hoping that he exposes a shot, hits it, and then makes something in his own board.
So here he's got to try and make the board perfectly. So his next roll needs to be 4-1 or double 1.
Okay, and
if you do this, your chance of making the 5 point are reduced somewhat, and you've already got a dead checker.
And he really needs that point to win this game. So yeah, I think you're right. He's got to just slot the 5 here.
Slot the 5. Come on, Steen.
Slot the 5. That's the first thought process.
You could get a shot this time, obviously, but
you need that point.
You've got to have the 2 points in the board to have any hope of winning the game. If he gets a shot, by the way, he'll be double.
Okay, so that's this. Yep, I do prefer this because remember you're going to roll something. You're going to roll X and something with the hitting number, and one of those is going to cover one of those points at least. So I like this play.
There are some bad numbers for Harold here.
And
Ooh,
no, not today at the moment, but
6-4 next time.
Yes.
He's got a perfect board.
He does, but he's killed the double shot potential.
Yeah.
That's been killed on that roll.
And 6-2. Right.
And I think he's cruising to a 15-4 lead. And he's off ski.
So he's misplayed that. I thought it was a 6-5. But he's played a 6-4.
I think he did roll a 6-4.
Did he? I'm sorry.
I think so.
Okay.
There's the 6-5.
6-5, 13-2.
Yeah, and this looks like he's cruising. Oh, correction. Okay. It looks like he's on the beach. He's got his sunglasses on here, and he's just
5-4.
He's in beach mode. It's just too easy. It's too easy. The suntan lotion's out.
That's the end of that game.
And that's 15-4 to Harold. Wow. 2
what
away.
A final.
Well, it's one of the most destructive displays I've seen for some time. And here comes the break. Second break.
That's a surprise, isn't it?
Almost.
I'm going to go.
So as the players are taking a break, I think we're going to take a potential little mini break here. So that's Chris Bray signing out, Eric McAlpine signing out, and Nick Blazer in the house. See you in a while.
looks like we're getting back to it. Just Nick here for now. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not super close to the mic. Doing the transcription as well. So any taste of a gammonish sort of positioning, Steen should be thinking about sending the cube here. One back that's going to be tough and no development so far. Awkward rolls. Yeah, the hit and split is strong with that builder on the 9 point. You really don't want black's checkers to be able to develop. Yeah, sure. Now we just attack high points and hit with that builder on the 9. Keep pressure on that blot on the 2 as well. 3-6, what is this going to do? Blitzing position isn't so bad for Steen at this score again. And Harald's going to have a tough time anchoring. Yeah, this makes 2 of the best points. Clear advantage for Harald. Catching up though, that's a great roll to make the 5 point. And 6s, good roll of course, but can't safety the checker, so it's not over yet. We do need to just come out here and try to cash in on that race as black. Hopefully he's not thinking about giving up his 5' and attacking on the ace. It's just overrunning this position. Any 3 is just going to make him so regret that quite a bit. 6s are going to be duplicated to be hit anyway too. Once he plays out to the bar, since White would love to run past the prime with one of those. Maybe not, given that he's so far down in the raise, he kind of needs the anchor more. But yeah, this is best play. 5-4 does almost nothing. We're going to start the 4 point anyway. And wow. I cannot imagine this could be a cube at 2-way. And did he just pass this? Wow. Yeah, and it's actually not that bad of a pass. But the issue with this, as we can see on the screen, is just like you get rid of all your gammons when you send this. He should just play on and try to win the match that way. Takes all the teeth out of it, but he's winning it enough that it's actually a pass as well. That's fascinating. Those are tricky cubes. But that's Harald's style, it seems. We're still splitting. Okay. 2 down. That's a fun play. Steen's at an odd away score, so just winning is good enough here. No need for a gammon. And so that's a bit of an overplay, I think, but that's okay. It's okay. We're at the Crawford game. You guys missed a little bit here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Chris Bray back. Sorry, we were on a brief drinks break and missed the start. So, what happened to the game in the middle? He won a single point somewhere.
Yeah. Harald managed to find a cube in a game, and Steen should have taken it 100 there again, but as he's been doing, he just passed it and decided to play another game. Gammonish position too that Harald probably should have just played for, but
He didn't. Okay, so now the cube is of no value to anybody for the rest of this match. More value to Steen, sorry, but I mean it's basically it's going to be cube decisions are trivial. 6 and 4. So this looks logical. Okay, so yeah, 4-2. So probably gonna, I'd make the 4 point given.
I like the 4 point here, Chris.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So given the way Harold's been rolling, I'd expect double 1, double 3 here. 5-3. That's all right. Makes the ace point. Takes a tempo away from White.
Unstacks.
Yeah. Can Steen find another? Oh, for once, 6-3 actually comes in.
Yeah, it's not a very good roll though, but at least he didn't fan it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, should he not be playing for contact by coming out to 16 point? So
okay. So
he's going to.
I actually don't do this. I think you make 18 here.
Yeah,
18 point.
You're winning the race. You're probably winning the race.
Best way to win the game. Make
Yeah.
18 and just try
Yeah.
to roll it home. Hitting.
If you hit, you've got to come out 20 to 14.
Yeah, I'm not so keen on that. I
Yeah.
prefer the 18.
So again, you're winning the race. race, lock everything up. He may come to regret his action now. Double 5. So probably he's going to hit with the ace with one of the 5s and then work out what to do with the other 2. So probably 20 to 10 or 23 to 12. So you can safety a blot or bring another checker into the attack zone. So that's 2. So you can overplay this, obviously. He's currently got 4 blots. He can reduce that to 3.
Does he come off the 20 because it's in direct line of his 6 shot?
So it's either 20 to 10 or 23 to 13. The race is always a factor in these things, so he's obviously caught up a bit there.
He's also got a few too many numbers. I was saying it could potentially come to 15 and 8, but
that's too big, I think.
Too big, yeah.
Yeah.
That does duplicate 1s though.
Yeah. So he may play this wide open and play 20 to 10. That might not technically be the correct play, but I think this is what he will do. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. And he's obviously hoping for the fan here. No, Harold doesn't know the meaning of the word fan. Tremendous form again.
So 14 to 8, or you come out and run for home. I think you just reduce the number of blots. Yeah. So Harold can just approach winning this game slowly, and there's one of Steen's fans.
Mystical fan at the moment.
It's just
good for Steen.
And 2 on the bar.
Is that good night Vienna?
Yeah.
Who knows? He needs a 2. Really could do with a 2 here. Come on, Steen.
Double goodness. 4. Wow.
That is just 5 point.
5 point made.
That now he's
without a 2, this game and this match is over.
And that looks
any 4, 6, or 9 he's going to hit. He'll wash with the double 1, split 8 to 7, and think about the other one.
Yeah. So I think it's 11 to 10 because he's got 5s and 4s and 3s. No, you don't want that one. Let's duplicate your same 5s that you've got on the other side. That's basic.
Yeah. It probably is not going to matter, but it's nice to get these things right.
Small punishment.
6 and keep going.
Yeah.
Diversify the builders. 11 to 4.
And
there's 1 in, so he's now going to be hit with any 1, 3, 4, or 5. 4, 3, closed out.
Yeah.
Okay, so now basically he needs to roll a 5 or a 3, and that's a 3.
And
1. So just make sure you got double 3, which is a bit ugly. But it doesn't need to hit, but pretty much got to, because otherwise you're at the mercy of a silly number on the other side of the board.
Yeah.
Right, 4 on the bar. Okay, chances of getting a shot at some point. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now,
Yeah, it was a 5, so that comes back.
So he's now going to cross this. Okay.
Yeah.
So double 6 is safe.
It is.
5 and that's a bit ugly, but there's nothing much you can do. You play 4 to 1. You could play 11 to 3 because what he wants to do is clear his 6 point as quickly as possible here. 6-2, that's all okay. 3-1, I'd actually clear the 6 point here.
Definitely.
Okay.
Okay, you leave a bad 6-5. If you don't roll it, then you just many more winning chances in the game, and that's all you need at 16-4.
Ooh. Harold, Steen showing Harold what to roll with his next roll. Roll 6-5.
And oh my goodness, that's very bad.
Safe. Yeah. Okay.
Ultra safe.
So next time his 5 point will be cleared.
This is doom and gloom for Steen. He's not winning this match.
There's a small, very. We're under 1% at this point. Under half a percent.
The double, and no, it's gone. That's virtual checkmate.
Yeah.
6 on the back point. Mind you, if he does roll double, it's back on again.
There's the double.
There's the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
Commentator's curse stroke prediction.
Right, now another double or something with a 2.
Yeah.
And now
And
Now there's a real chance of a
there
shot.
is actually, yeah, very much so. 4-3.
4-3, perfect. He's got them all in bar one. So
Yep.
2 big numbers from Harald.
And
He's managed that. Now any 2 from Steen, and the crowds can actually wake up again.
yeah, and
Failed.
match over.
Match over. First match to Harald Johanni by the score of 17-4. Pretty much a whitewash. So the players will now take a 30-minute break approximately. So we are going to assume that the second match, which is to 9 points, will start at 5 p.m. Cyprus time. So we look forward to welcoming you back then. I'm just going to inject a swift commercial into this whole proceeding at this point. Mishi and I were both doing a book signing last night. We both have about 5 books left, so if anyone's interested in acquiring Mishi or mine latest books, come and find us, and I will sell you a book and improve your knowledge. Other than that, we will take the half-hour break with the players. We will return as soon as they do and be ready for the second match, which I will remind you is 9 points. Both players have now lost 1 match in the tournament, so whoever wins the 9-point match is going to be the champion for this year of Cyprus at Merritt Park.
Cheery bye.
Bye for now.